Good morning, friends. Welcome to my channel, JB's Crochet. I'm Amber, and today is November 5th. It's a very, very, very important day for those of us in the United States. Please, this is going to be my only plea. Hopefully, I don't know if I'll bring it up again in today's video, but if you are able and you know somebody who's able to get you to the voting polls, your polling places, please make sure you get out there and vote today. It is vitally important that we do that. So yeah, I hope you guys have a fantastic Tuesday today. Otherwise, for those of you outside the United States, if I even have anybody besides those of you in Canada, I know I have some in Canada. But yeah, so let's see. Yesterday was Monday. I haven't set myself up to have stuff in my hands. My right hand has a tiny injury on it. It's a paper cut right here. So it just hurts to, like, when I go like that. Well, it doesn't even hurt when I do like that, but just when I'm resting it for a second and I go to move it, I can feel it. Or anyway, I was opening up a box of chips that we had gotten from Walmart yesterday, and you know, got it with I sliced it with the edge of the box. So it wasn't really a paper cut, although it was in a way. It was just a really thick sheet of paper. It was cardboard, but it was the very, sharp edge of cardboard when they're sharp. All right, so I didn't work on, I still haven't fixed this bag yet, y'all. This is driving me nuts. I want to say it's the only bag I had to do this, and I'm kind of sad because it's, these are good bags, but it's also a sunflower bag. So I haven't done anything on this blanket. I'm not going to show you anything on that. I put in a lot, and I'm telling you, a lot of work yesterday on this one. I even ripped a little bit of it out because I thought I was doing something wrong with one of my ends, and I probably still am. But I think I'm gonna get this out and work on it, because I am like on a roll of like finishing things, like getting things done. I almost get too comfortable sitting back like this, and normally I'm sitting up near the camera, but I decided I'm gonna sit back. Come here. I'm trying to cut some tails, because I attached a new color onto my C2C moss stitch blanket last night. And you know what? I didn't color control it. I didn't say, oh, it's, my black's running out, I should stop at the end of this row and start my green. No. I started it partially at the end of the row and then just kept going. So here is the blanket. I was going to fill this in with black, but I was telling ladies last night, the ladies on Marty's Zoom, that I was like, texture-wise, I didn't know, I couldn't tell which brand it was. And I'm trying to remember black that I bought recently, and I just don't know. I think it's either a Karen or Mainstays, this black. And so I couldn't tell, so I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna fill in the rest of it with color. So I'm gonna see how far this green goes, and either put white in or pull in some of these other colors. The only two colors I can't put in here without going and buying brand new yarn is the pink and the orange. I have the yellow, the green, which I'm using the green. I'm pretty sure I have a blue left, and I have some purple. So I was thinking of just, putting these 4 colors in But like I said, I have a full skein of this. I'm just gonna go. It may be thick, but that's okay. It'll look very, very eclectic. So it is roughly about 40 inches wide to about here. So I'm trying to start back with the other corner. This is like a corner right here. So it is about 40 inches to here on both sides. So it is roughly a 40 by 40. I got close enough and said, you know what? It's close enough. So, that is all I have done. Well, I shouldn't say that is all I have done. That is what I got done yesterday. I was using my Big Twist 6mm, but I don't know, this part of it, this metal part of it, on the I even grabbed my water too, or had the intention to. My brain's not working here. It was just too long. The metal part of the Big Twist hook, there we go, it was just too long. So I switched back over to this. At some point when I started this, I was using, I think, my Clover more. So this blanket, you know, it's had a few different brands of hooks used to make it, but oh well. I know in some things it makes a difference, especially like the Ruana that I was making, that I am making. The switching from the Clover to this, I don't know if it's just the way I hold it, the tension's different when I crochet with it, because like I was mentioning yesterday, it just, for some reason, with the Clover, it was making the piece shorter. I did the same amount of stitches, and all that, and for some reason it came out shorter, a lot shorter. It gained a little bit of length when I put a couple rows on it, but I don't know, it still was quite short by a few, like 4 to 6 inches. And so rubbed it all out, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try it with this hook, back on the dots hook again, and it got closer, a whole lot closer, if not the same. So yes, so now this one I'm working on decreasing, so I'm keeping my fingers crossed that I am doing it correctly. I don't know, but at this point I'm doing the decrease row correctly. It's just there's a setup row that I believe it was Hooked by Robin's video that I'm following, and she had a row before you started doing the decrease where you did like an extended single crochet for your last one or something, and then you repeated the decrease row for every row after that. So I'm just, you know, hoping I followed the directions correctly. I did put that extended single crochet in row, but it's been since then that I'm like, am I doing this right? Because my corner is rounded, like, and maybe I just needed to get more rows done or something, I don't know. But this one, it's hard to see. It just has a rounded corner there, where that's a stark difference. That was my first row, and then you got this one. I don't know, it's gonna have 2 rounded rows and 2 pointed rows, or not, sorry, 2 pointed corners and 2 rounded corners. So we'll see. And I try to put this video where you guys can see me while I'm crocheting, but it like, of course it wants to shake now. Sorry about the hand in the face there. The camera's on that side of the phone, as you can tell. But I try to do it where you guys can see me, and I am still too low. But this is my last Boggy Creek blanket, I believe. And then tomorrow, I'm going to take this one. Actually, yeah, that's what it'll be. All three of them, actually. I'll bring all three of my Boggy Creek blankets that I have left with tails. Well, I doubt I'll finish this by tomorrow, but if I do, I'll have this one with me as well. But I will bring all my Boggy Creek blankets with me with tails to sew in during my weave it in or sew it in Wednesdays. So let's see. What else? I mean, I could just make this a short one, but I don't want to do that. I want to crochet with you guys. Well, I could put a poll out there and see, do you guys want me to have videos of me just sitting here crocheting with you, or do you want like video of me talking and crocheting, or oops, split my yarn here, or do you want yarn? We all want yarn. Or do you want a video of me crocheting with like some soft music playing? Because, well, I don't know if I'll be able to find enough music to do that with. I would spend forever searching for music to do that, so that might not be an option. There comes the yawn. Oh, apparently I've been up long enough. I need to start yawning. This time change is killing my butt. Because at like 4:51. The only reason I know what time it was is I looked at the clock. I have an old alarm clock. I've had this alarm clock, or this radio alarm clock. It's I can't remember what brand it is. It's too far away. It's an old clock that has all the buttons on the top that you can change the time, and you can set like up to 2 alarms on it. You can play the radio. It's got a speaker in it. You can play the AM FM radio on it. You cannot. It's pre-Bluetooth, so you can't connect anything to Bluetooth on it. There's no Bluetooth on it. It is old school. I've had this thing since, gosh, I don't even know when I first got it. I've had it since college. I started college, and that was, I graduated college I graduated high school in 2003. Yeah. I've had it for a long time. Almost, maybe, I want to say almost 20 years, if not longer. This thing is a workhorse. It has been through quite a few moves across the country. I don't know when I first got it, to be honest. But it's got the red letter, it's got the red numbers on it, so it's not like, because I don't know if you're aware of this, but red light is better for your eyes in the dark. And so that's why a lot of the analog clocks like that are, have that red color. I know some have white and some have blue and some have other colors and stuff, but red is ultimately better for your eyes because it's not hard on your eyes at night. I don't know if you've ever noticed, but at like guard shacks that are, the reason I bring this up is I remember thinking, we were driving past a guard shack on this open base that we used to be stationed at in Goose Creek. It was, the main part of it like where housing and all that stuff was, and the net and the shopping areas and stuff were all open. It used to be behind a gate, but it wasn't anymore. The main like sub part of it, the submarine areas, those were behind gates that you had to show IDs, or the school parts, you know, the schools and the submarines down by the river. Those were behind gates that you had to, you know, have clearance to get through. Anyway, there was this guard check that was still there that I don't remember why it was there, but, and it was still manned. I think you could, you know, check your IDs or something before you, or get IDs or something passes onto the main base or something. I don't know. But it had a red light on during the, you know, in the evenings when it was dark, late and stuff. And I remember asking my husband that, and that's when he told me, and I was like, oh, well, that makes sense. And that knowledge has stuck with me ever since. So, but it is true. Red light is better for your eyes. It helps you to see without it being too bright, or I don't know. I don't know the scientificness behind it. I just know it's better on your eyes for at night. So anyway, yeah, I've had this clock for years. Anyway, I rolled over and I looked at the time. It was 4:51. Sitting there going, why am I awake? And then it hits me. My bladder hurts. I woke up, my brain woke me up because it's time to get up and go to the potty. So I got up and did that, and I was like, I did not want to get up at 4:50 in the morning, because my, you know, like last night I was laying there and I was getting so tired I was falling asleep, and so I shut the lights off, but I got up to go to the bathroom, and I came back and I'm like, I'm wide awake again. I got, you know, that blood rushing, the blood flowing through my body again. And so I was laying there going, do not want to get up, because as soon as I get up, my blood is going to start flowing, and then I'm going to be awake, and I still have over an hour and a half before my alarm was supposed to go off. I must have fallen asleep, because I laid back down after I did go to the bathroom, and the next thing I know, I'm laying there and it goes off next to me, and I just kind of look over it like, yep, there it is. But I turned to look at it like I had been awake the whole time for an hour and a half, because I laid down and I was wide awake. But the next thing I know, it was going off. It was just like my brain did not, it was weird. My brain did not, like, what's the word I'm looking for? It did not register to me that I had been laying down for an hour and a half before that went off again, or before it went off. Oh, goodness. The other thing I was going to talk about is I have been writing down my projects in this notebook, and it is so glorious to mark off, you know, when you're done with them. I wish I could remember when I started them, so that way I could see how long it took me to finish them from start to finish. Not like necessarily like, like some things are taking me months at a time, but I just want to see, oh, I started it June and now I finished it in August or September, and it took me, you know, 3 months to finish, whatever, to, you know, get my motivation to finish it. So I'm trying to write down all the ones that I know I still have to do. I have my 2 autumn aspirations cals that I'm doing. I need to finish the week 3 on the first one so I can start it on the second one, because I am getting further behind, because I still have 3 corners to do on the one blanket, and then I have to finish week 2 on the second blanket, and then do the 4 corners on the second blanket. And he's releasing week 4 in a week. Or no, No, yeah, so in a week from today, because I think it was this past Friday, he said that he was gonna push it another week. A lot of time, a lot of time has passed since Friday, if that's when he did it. I'll have to go back and look at the live, unless somebody can tell me in the comments. And then I have my Ruana. I do have the start dates on these things, thankfully. I can figure out how long it's going to take me to finish those. And then I have my KU blanket I need to finish, which will probably be the next one I pick up alongside my middle child's blanket, because I really need to get that done. I have my mom's dog blanket started, and I got to do my mother-in-law's, but I haven't written it down yet. I don't remember when I started my mom's blanket. Then I have my scurry shawl left to finish, and I have a whip I almost forgot about that I do want to finish. I started it for myself, I think, more than likely, just because I wanted to crochet a blanket. And it was before I started following Juan over a year ago, and then starting my own YouTube channel. It has literally gotten put to the, it's what Juan would call one of his abandoned whips. It would be one of my abandoned whips. And it is one I want to finish. I just keep forgetting about it, to be honest. And so I have it written down now so that I don't forget about it. It is called, and it's from the Crochet Crowd. Mikey, he's the one that does that. It is called the Moss Stitch Ombre Blanket. And I'm using the same brand of yarn that he uses. He uses Karen Jumbo Ombre and Karen 1 Pound. And I'm using like a bluish greens and for the ombre, and then a gray color, a heathered gray for my solid. And it's turned out really neat. I just need to finish it. So I have that one. I don't know that I've shown it to you guys. So I'll have to remember, if I can, to bring it upstairs tonight so I have it in the morning. Because once I go to bed, if it ain't up here, it don't come up here. Because I don't want to walk through the house and go downstairs and get it, because there ain't nothing quiet about walking through this house. It is hardwood floors all throughout the main house, except for the bedrooms. The 2 bedrooms upstairs have carpet, and then the bathroom is hardwood bathroom, and then the rest of it's hardwood. It's not quiet. And well, I mean, I could get through the main part of the house in certain areas, but there's certain areas you can't really, I don't know where all the squeaks and stuff are for the floor, so I'm not gonna, sit there and like creep along the floor and take like 20 minutes to get to the stairs. So and then the stairs are super loud going down. Even if I go slow, it's crunch, like the wood just, it don't matter how quiet or slow you walk, they make a little bit of sound. And my daughter's room is right under the stairs. Well, not directly under the stairs, but like, so her room used to have an opening to the bottom of the stairs. We actually closed it off and made the opening, we ripped out the wall on the side of the stairs. So then the opening is from the side of the stairs and not from her bedroom. It was the strangest thing. I don't know why it was like that, but that's how they had it before we moved in, obviously. And so now, but before, when you would come down the stairs, she would be able to hear you come. I mean, she could still hear you come down the stairs, but it's not as bad because we closed off that wall there. And so it's a little quieter for her. So, yeah, and all my stuff, I try to keep as much as I can downstairs so I'm not like cluttering up the floor space around here. Because my husband gets up and leaves when it's dark in here. There's not a whole lot of light. He uses the glow from his phone to make sure he's not stepping on stuff. And so that's why I try to keep this as clear as possible. Because the other day, like, he's been doing this for weeks and months, and for some reason, he misjudged how far over he was and ran into my cart. Because it moved things over here on this side of it. And I'm like, there's a whole, like, 3 or 4 feet from the cart to the bed. And he just misjudged how far over he was, I guess. Because I was like, what in the world? Why all of a sudden, like, the one time, out of all this time, you run into that? It was just a strange morning that morning. He just was running into everything that morning. Like his, I don't know, it was weird. This is why I can't talk and crochet, because like this, it's a moss stitch. I love the moss stitch. It's so pretty. But like I can get on a flow with this, but it's something I have to have like a little concentration for. A little bit, not much. It's just I literally just sit here and be quiet and talk, or not be talk. I can just sit here and be quiet and just go along. Well, I think we're at 26 minutes, so we'll go a couple more minutes and then we'll call it a morning. So I really do hope you guys enjoy these videos where I just talk about my days and crochet a little bit with you guys. But yeah, let me know, would you enjoy just sitting here watching me crochet? Just, almost like having a virtual crochet buddy where we don't really do much talking, where I just sit here and, go along my work and get it done. Yeah, just let me know. So I was just thinking while I was talking about that, so my brain squirrels. Desi, I believe her channel, and I'll try to link her channel. I think it's Desi's Crochet Nook. Crochet Corner. Desi's something. I'll find it. I'll link it. I'll try to attach it somewhere on the video. She was talking about how she wanted to know if she could make blankets on her Centro. Of course, Desi, you can make blankets on any of the knitting machines. You can make them all the way down to the Addy 22. And I don't know if Centros and all the other ones have the 22s. They might. But, yeah, it doesn't matter the brand. You can still make the same. If you can make a hat on the Addy, and you can make a hat on the Centro. You can make tubes, and you can make blankets. And so, I commented on her video last night. She had mentioned wanting to see, like, if there's plenty of tutorials out there. And so I was like, well, I guess I need to stop dragging my feet and make one, huh? Yeah, I'm not paying attention. I tried to do an extended single crochet without even I wasn't trying to do it, but my hook was trying to make me do it. So yeah, I need to stop dragging my feet and make another blanket on the Addy. I don't know, maybe I will, because I want to record it, and I'm not sure how I want to do it, because I don't want to. Okay, so I don't know where I cut off. My video ended because something went wrong. But I was saying that I want to record making a blanket, but I need to figure out how I want to do it, because if I recorded it from start to finish, it takes a good while to get one panel done long enough, and with all the color changes and stuff, depending on how I do it. And it just could be a lot of recorded video. And it could just make for a very, several hours worth of a tutorial. So, what I think I'm gonna do, well, and I don't need to talk it out on here, but I'm just gonna go ahead and end my video, because like I said, I don't know what happened where I got cut off, how much time I had left. I had a few minutes left, or a couple minutes, so I was getting close to being done anyway. So I am gonna just go ahead and get off of here, and I will keep you updated on the Addie blanket and all my whips and stuff as I work on them. And friends, make sure you get out there and vote if you can, if you're in the United States. It's vital. It's very important. And it's, you know, it's our right as American citizens to do it, and let's do it. So, let's do it. Get out there. And guess what? It's a beautiful day, even though it's rainy and gloomy here today, to be kind and positive and go make something beautiful. And we'll see you on the next video, friends. Bye.